What's up, y'all? D No Wheel Drive 229, and today I'm gonna be doing my options list on the S5 and just some options that I have, and you know, if I think they're worth it or not, if you should get them for all you guys looking to get an S5. So without further ado, we'll jump right into it. And obviously the first option, the most important one you have to tick, is a transmission choice. And you know, obviously if you're getting a new one, then I mean, you can't choose the manual, obviously, but I guess this is for people more in the used market who are either looking for the stick or the dual clutch, who can make that choice, because obviously they've axed the manual, as all cars are doing now. So sorry for you guys getting a new one, but I have the manual. It's 6 speeds and it is awesome. You should get it. Get it. The dual clutch is alright though if you really need it for whatever reason. If you're in traffic a whole lot, which I kind of am. I'm not sure what city has worse traffic than ATL, but if you're constantly in traffic, or for whatever reason you don't want the manual, then the dual clutch is nice. I mean, it's definitely I would say a middle of the road dual clutch system, or a really good automatic. I don't know, whichever way you want to look at it. But that's the first option I have, is the 6-speed manual. If you do want to go with the dual clutch, know that it is 7-speed dual clutch, and it is, you know, a little bit faster. Obviously it's a dual clutch, so if you really want the good times, then go for the dual clutch. Also, it's important to note, for drone, if you plan on doing an exhaust, that will matter which transmission you get as well, because if you do manual, you can get a non-resonated exhaust. If you do that with the dual clutch, you have a lot of drone. So that's something to keep in mind too, if you plan on getting an exhaust. So that's the first option, is the manual I have. The color I have is Phantom Black Pearl. I'll try to get some shots on it with the, make sure I'm saying that right. Yes, Phantom Black Pearl effect even. So, you know, it does have some nice little sparkles in it. Like I said, I'll try to get some shots of that on the outside. The car's kind of dirty right now, but it does look nice. And at night especially, it looks super black. In the day, it does have slight hues of like maybe silver in it, or like little speck. Like you can kind of tell it's another color kind of blended into it, but it looks really nice. So that's definitely a good option. But like, you know, color is totally personal preference. So, you know, whatever color fancies you, then, you know, definitely go for that option. I will say the black looks nice, the white looks particularly nice, and the silver looks really nice too. To me, the red doesn't look right in this car. It makes it look kind of cheap, but you know, if that's what you want, then definitely get that. I think the red is called, I might jack this pronunciation up, Masano Red Pearl Effect. So, you know, if you want that one. Also, I don't like the blue, the Astro Blue Crystal. Yeah, I don't like that either. But those are some of your options as far as colors go. As far as wheels, this is a big one too. Either you can get the 18-inch wheels, which I don't like as much. I mean, they're okay, I guess, that come on the premium package, or you can upgrade to the 19-inch wheels, which is the ones that I found. And I have on my S5, and I'll get a shot of those, but they're just 5 spokes, well, 5-spoke design. You know, there's technically more spokes than that, but those 19 inches, those look really nice, and make the car, especially in black, I feel like flow a lot more. And I think those are 255, 35, 19 tires, by the way. And so that's the option I have, is the 19-inch wheels, the upgraded wheels. Obviously Quattro is standard on an S5, so you don't have to worry about that. Interior wise, I have the Nappa leather. I would definitely recommend that. The Nappa leather is, or was, I gotta say, they just upgraded. They just upgraded to the 2018 one, which is the 2017, 2018 one, which is a new body style, new everything. So I'm sure these prices have changed, but for this generation of S5, the Nappa leather was a $1,200 option at the time. So I think it feels really nice. Definitely would recommend getting that. I think Alcantara is an option, but I don't know, in a car like this, I feel like that's kind of necessary. I would rather just have the nice Nappa leather. I would recommend upgrading to the Nappa leather. It's really nice, so make sure you find one with a nice, you know, Nappa leather interior. Also, I really like the Bang & Olufsen sound system. I actually haven't heard a non-Bang & Olufsen one in the S5, so I can't speak on it, but I'm sure it's not as good as the Bang & Olufsen, so I would definitely get the Bang & Olufsen. I have it. It sounds really nice. Like I've mentioned before, people think that I have a system in here. It sounds so good. So I would definitely recommend the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Definitely get that. Also, my car has some other options that I never really use. I mean, I guess you can get them if you want, but to me, they're kind of slightly unnecessary options. I mean, like, for instance, the driver assist package, the adaptive cruise control. I never use the adaptive cruise control, especially in the stick. I don't know, I just don't trust it. I don't know. But the driver assist package does come with the Audi Drive Select, and I do like that. It is nice to be able to control, you know, the suspension settings, the engine sound. With the suspension, I don't notice a big difference in the stiffness when you go from comfort to dynamic. But the other things, you do notice a difference, like the engine sound, steering feel. You do notice a difference in that. And so I usually keep mine just all in sport mode, all dynamic mode. I like how the steering feels in that mode. So, and I like how the engine sounds. So definitely the driver assist package is good for to be able to control your drive settings. The sport differential was a $1,200 option. Like I said, I haven't compared, you know, one with it with one without it before, so can't really speak on that. But it's quattro, it's all-wheel drive system. On an S5, I can't see it mattering that much, but I do know that it's standard on the RS5, and so it probably does make a big difference. So if you're really going to be tracking the car, you know, really going to be pushing it hard, then get it. But a lot of people who buy an S5, because this is not a real performance car, it's mostly luxury, so if you're not going to be pushing it, then I feel like just a quattro will be good enough for you. So it kind of depends on what you'll be using it for, if you need the sport differential. So just keep that in mind, whether or not you're looking for one with the sport diff. Carbon fiber inlays, really like it. To me, that's one of the biggest touches on the car. Like I said, I'll get some shots in here, but the way the carbon fiber kind of, you know, just flows, it's not too much, it's not overbearing, which wouldn't make sense on a car, you know, for this price point and for this performance level, you know, which isn't a whole lot of performance. It wouldn't make sense to have total carbon fiber everywhere, you know, because it's a luxury car. That doesn't make sense. So, and it's not like you're saving weight, because that's really what carbon fiber is for, is saving weight. And it doesn't make sense, you know. This car weighs, I think, like 3,700 pounds. I mean, not really saving any weight, putting like one inlay or two inlays in here. But it does look nice, and it's only it was only a $500 option, so it's not like those cars should be way more than ones without it. So I would definitely try to find one with the carbon fiber, especially if you have the black trim, because it looks really nice. If you have the brown interior, then I wouldn't do it, because to me it doesn't really flow too well. Carbon fiber and brown don't go together, to me. So if I were you, wouldn't do it with the brown. If I had a black interior, I would do it. So that's just something to get. But yeah, that's pretty much the major options: the color, the transmission, you know, the suspension, adaptive, lane assists, all that type of stuff. That doesn't really matter, but to me the biggest things are the color, the transmission, the rim, the wheel package definitely makes a big difference in how the car looks, and the Nappa leather on the interior, the carbon inlays too, if you fancy that. Definitely the major options that I have. But I would definitely recommend everybody try to find a manual one. It's really good, and those LEDs look really nice too. They don't come through in the videos. Even with this upgraded camera we have, when we did the video of us out with our girls and we did the little edit, it still didn't show up. It looks like it's one big light, but it's not. Like, it's like narrow lights, and they look really good. So definitely like the adaptive headlights. Trying to think of any other options, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a bunch of other, you know, nitpicky options that don't really matter, But definitely comment below and let me know if you have any more questions about a specific option that I have that maybe I didn't go over. But yeah, that's pretty much it. D No-Wheel Drive 229. Keep liking, keep subscribing. And just on a quick note, I know you all saw we had put up a brief video yesterday of us on a date night out with our girls, and you know, we were talking to them about cars, seeing how they feel about cars. However, it got taken down for copyright of the song that we used, so I'm gonna put that back up today. So sorry for everybody who had watched that. It was only like a couple people. I took it right down, but we're gonna put that back up. So that's why that one went down, just for FYI. We got that video, this options list, an all-wheel drive video, and then we got what me and Calvin doing for a living. All 4 of those coming within the next 3 days, 2 days actually, within the next 2 days in some particular order. But yeah, that's been it. D No-Wheel Drive 229. Y'all have a great day.